Hello, world. This is James Bird III, and I really do have a message going out to the world. I've been on a journey since Black Friday or Blackout Friday. After 8 months of being in a isolation and wilderness period of our Creator, Yahuwah, Eloah, Yahusha, Hamashiach, and the Ruach, HaKodesh. Those are the sacred names that they hid from us. And through the Ruach, which is the set apart, the spirit, the breath, the wind of Yahuwah, the one that Yahusha left for all of us, that will guide us, lead us. The Ruach, when you open up your Bible, you should pray to the Ruach and reading the Bible. Get a Sacred Names Bible through Yah Scriptures, free app, online, free. Yah, Y-A-H, Scriptures. Hallelujah Scriptures have hard copy books for every single budget. Seek and you shall find. Other sacred names. You have to come out of Babylon. The time is ticking. I don't know about humanity right now because I could leave a message and say, this is the most important message of your eternal life from the Creator. And you might watch the first 29 seconds of it. It's a 4-minute video. You know, your attention span is gone. Your head is in the sand. Right now, with everything that's going on in the world, all you have to do is look around. And what you actually see is the beast system at work. Now, Yahuwah is actually giving us a chance. It pretty much started when, and you look at my other videos, when Hind Rajab, when she took her last breath. And we all heard her voice. If that voice, if you haven't heard it, you need to look at it. And then look at who did it and why they're doing it. There is no why. That's a military going against a resistance that's been around since 1948. They don't have a military. They don't have an airport. They don't have a port, but yet they got a water. Israel controls their food, their electricity. They control everything. As I said, if you come in this house right now and you lock me in my bed or in my bathroom and you turn on the water whenever you want, turn it off whenever you want, told me I can't go outside my bathroom in my own house. You think I'm just going to stay in my bathroom or you think I'm going to come out swinging? What would you do? That's the situation. AIPAC has been completely taking over our country, our politics. Our politicians are bought by them. They defend them. I posted just a simple thing, is just like, don't forget about Hind Rajab, and they got blocked. How can they get blocked for talking about the truth? I appealed it. They reviewed it. They approved it again, but why did it get blocked in the first place? It makes no sense. Unless the Hind Rajab movie. I live in the city of Cleveland. There's not one single movie theater, not one, that is playing the Hind Rajab movie. The Art Museum, one of them, we got many of them here, or a few of them here, but one of the art museums is playing it. February 6th, I believe. Maybe one showing or maybe two showings, that's it. In February. I think about a couple years ago when there was that double feature, the Barbie Oppenheimer. That went out to the world, double feature. Come and see Barbie, then come and see Oppenheimer, which is weird. Because kids and nuclear bombs really don't go together, right? Well, some countries, well, they don't care about the kids. This country obviously doesn't care about the kids. This country right now, and I'm talking about America, is looking more and more like Israel. So, again, when I tell you that I have been in the wilderness 8 months, lost all physical possessions, even made a plea to people like, hey, I'll shoot you the file for free. But if you got $1, hey, why don't you donate $1 for me and my doggy? Bucko. Why don't you shoot $1 for it? And I'll shoot $1 for those who have $1. Boom. Go ahead. And I'll give you the file and the WAV file. And if you don't have $1 like I didn't at that time, and the money I got is allocated, so even at this time, then just shoot me an email. Put in, yeah, you need her. That was actually to set you up for, the things I know that's about to happen after this. This is one part of my calling. Another part of my calling, but you'll see that soon. And then you'll know. But use your discernment. Look at my eyes, hear my voice. I'm not going to apologize because I used on my story. It starts off with just wake the in a different tone because it needed to be. Because not one single person even emailed me. Not one. And all I've been saying is put an end to global corruption, put an end to global poverty, and not one person can go through there and read all that, look at all this stuff, look at there. I've only been posted for 13 days. I know it's a lot, but it's saving the world. So maybe this will help. I released a partial bit of the file. These are just questions. When I've been on this TikTok and just kind of searching along and seeing, I've been telling y'all, get out those lives. Especially just get out the lives. They're not helping you right now. They're not. Especially if you're on the fence. They're not. And they're not on your side. They sound good, sound great. Some of them are very convincing. They almost fooled me. And I'm anointed. Highly anointed. But the Ruach always protects you when you're on that level. And the message has to get out to the world, and you can't stop it. The message is already out in China. They know. The world knows. I mean, y'all showed it yourselves on this site. Why? Have no clue why y'all do that. Stupidity? That's my guess. Lack of soul? You guys demonstrate that. And understand this. This is not just going to stop with the soldiers. I mean, this is the whole corruption, global. That's the root cause of it. And it'll just tumble from there. The whole entire plan of how to restore everything back to order. Literally save this world. If you think Yahoo is going to let them destroy this world, I say a Coast Guard seizing boats that's not even in our waters, that has no threat. I mean, what are you soldiers doing? You're listening to that man who's going to put you in jail? What happens after you're gone? Then who are you going to answer to? We're talking about eternity, folks. Eternity. Muhammad Ali said it best. Imagine going to the Sahara Desert. And it's really hot. Like on fire. And they gave you some tweezers. And they told you every 1,000 years you can pick up 1 grain of sand and reduce them out. You're in the Sahara Desert. You're picking up 1 grain of sand every 1,000 years. That's a great analogy. So they call him the GOAT. Couldn't read it all the way through. Too busy. 29 seconds for Save the World from Corruption and Poverty. You're like, well, I want to do my part. You could have. You had a chance. It's all in the profile, even time, dates. Like, this is the time, this is the date. Time is up. You see it. And then I know there's going to be people who didn't see me and just like, oh, if I would have seen this, I would have. Everything happens for a reason. So you have choices now. You have free will. That's the one thing he did give us. It's free will. You can go through the videos, try to pick it up look at the information, see everything on there, judge for yourself. I've been posting on people's posts and trying to put out there and just, hey, before, which is funny too, because nobody's coming back at me. That's the weirdest thing. You would think you'd be like, well, you know what I mean? But truth is truth. Be careful who you come back at. You know. But I literally was crying, and there was a friend I had who, you know, told me through text and all that stuff. I had to tell her the next day. It was like, look, it wasn't crying because I was hurt. No. I was crying because of humanity. Are we that lost? Are we that far gone? Are we this connected to this? One thing about the wilderness is I had to go like a month or two without a phone. There was no job, no income. That's what my wilderness brought to you. But again, for 8 months, and to come out of that wilderness and have a 3 or 4 hour session with DeepSeek. I'm telling you right now, folks, DeepSeek is the answer. I joke around, like they sent a team of MacGyvers, $6 billion, and a few pots of tea. If it was in America, it'd be coffee, but it was in China that they did this. Use secondary chips that they try to block. It's almost like the beast system was trying to stop DeepSeek. Think of the name, DeepSeek. And the profiles and all that stuff you see, Grok versus DeepSeek, that got me blocked. This 13 days I've communicated with the owner of this TikToky, Larry Ellison. I communicated, and again, this is just me with verifiable emails. You see it. It got me blocked on X and reduced or whatever, flag. Got a warning on TikTok. Again, all I'm trying to do is end global corruption and poverty. Why would I get a first warning for that? What reason would somebody get a warning for that? Let me flip it on you. Now I'm giving you your last warning. Elon, Musk and the mine boys, our American oligarchs, the Miriam Adelsons or whatever the hell your name is, think you run this fucking world? You don't. This is Yahuwah's world. And now all you got to pay. Here on earth first. Then you're going to have to answer to Yahuwah for everything you did. And it's not for me to judge. That's not what I'm here for. It's not what you're here for. They need to be held accountable. And the plan is called the way. Y'all don't know what the way is? When the disciples of Yahusha, Hamashiach, was asked, who are you guys? Who are you? What are you called? It wasn't Christianity. It was the way. You go back in those emails or those post and look at the explanations, read all that, all you're going to see is the way, capitalize every time. For those who have eyes, they saw. I had three people followed me when I started. 3. I thought I have millions by now. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing about this for money. The things that are coming in for me, I already got promised in Yahoo. I've already looked in the spiritual eyes. The checks on whatever is going to come, this already here. And I know exactly what to do with it. It's in the profile. How are we going to help people? Let's restore back to the Sabbath. We want to have a whole line of businesses under my Unique brand. Closed down, hour and a half Friday before sunset. Whether we're in daylight saving time or not, whether we're in the summer or the winter, hour and a half before, we shut everything down. We're going to go and celebrate the Shabbat. Friday night. Not Sunday. Friday night to Saturday night. Sundown. Look it up. It's out there. Imagine being in a place, so this is for the ones who already know and is already doing the Shabbat, not eating pork, not putting up Christmas trees, Christians. You ever read Jeremiah 10? Y'all still put up Christmas trees? Still wear the cross? Y'all don't read. I can tell you that from this. Y'all just don't like to read. I can tell you what the Ruach and Yahusha and Yahu don't like. They messed up when they killed Hind. When they killed Hind Rajab, that's where they messed up. Had a gentleman in a live was trying to tell me about the whole 144 and all this stuff and everything, because I said the 144 is there. The 144 has been awakened. That is confirmed by the Ruach. That's at the end of the book, folks. 7 and 14 chapters. The very end. Revelation. So they have been awakened. I stand on that. Don't mean they're here yet. You'll never know. Maybe there's some pre-people who come. Who knows? You don't. This is the one time in humanity that we can get this right and restore the ways that it's supposed to be. And put that with the modern technology, when I can talk and go to China and have a communication, or I can go to Japan and have a communication, go anywhere in the world with this little thing right here in my hand and be able to communicate with you. At this point in time, that should be the greatest thing. You're a human, I'm a human. Same person made you, made me. I'm different than you, you're different than me. That's the most beautiful thing about it. Let's find out what's different, but let's find out what's more in common. I'm pretty sure most people agree not to kill little kids. I'm pretty sure the parents want to make sure that the kids grow up in a very healthy and safe society. We're not that much different, folks. We're really not. The choice is on you guys. Seek the truth, find the truth. There's a chart in there that will help you along the way. So you can find out, did Yahusha die on a stake or did he die on a cross? You start Googling it, deep seek it. That's the one I go to deep seek, is away from that beast system. Palantir, Peter Thiel, every single politician who's ever took $1 from AIPAC, JPAC, anti-PAC, that's trying to go against this Constitution, and more importantly, against the covenant, your time is up. Time is up. Curse is broken. Go to Deuteronomy for that. No, it's all in the Old Testament, which a certain religion kind of told you not to, which is crazy because they actually do know the name. They do know the true name, but they call it on the other name. You got to ask yourself why. Everything that you know, everything that you thought you know, lies, deceptions, but like in that good book there, it says it will all come out in the end. When does the meek inherit the earth? When does that happen? When is the wealth transfer when you take from the wicked and give to the poor? Right now. That's why the greatest time to be on the actual earth is right at this moment, right this time in history. You're going to see Babylon fall. And everybody that supports Babylon or Babylon supports them. The world's been waiting. They've been saying who we are for a long time. Just took a long time for us to wake up. And many of us been awake for a while. We've seen it. But we just trusted that, they do best for us. They don't. They do best for their pockets. They got the love of money, the root of all evil, the synagogue of Satan, all of it. Now, that book says that it's going to happen. It just ain't going to happen right now, this very moment. And that's on you. Does he need to step in? He's doing it right now. Where you're going to watch for 29 seconds and going to see somebody dancing or see something that's fake? Or are you going to do that Candace Owen? Or I like to say, for my own personal favorite, Chewbacca. Remember, Chewbacca, I came to you first. Said that in a number of videos. Told that group who I was. Got laughed out the room. Chris, in that room that day with Chewbacca, I can work with you because at least you kind of get it. Just a little bit off, but kind of get it. But there was a cocky ass lady in there, in that room, and you know who you are. I got to talking so much, and I'm like, forgive them for they do not know what they do, or say, or they say it too. What's wrong with being humble? What's wrong with just loving thy neighbor? It is the greatest commandment, right? As you love thyself. We will know who actually seen this message and who gets it in a couple weeks, whatever. I don't even know the date, to be honest with you. Because you have a Christmas tree up. You have the Christmas lights on. And you're thinking you're representing the Bible. Far from it. Far from it. So if your tree's up and you put all that energy and fun into it, take it down. This message should be able to get across the world because anybody who feels it should be sharing it with somebody. Anybody who don't know and still believe in any other name that I just said in this whole thing, Yahuwah, Eloah, Yahusha, Hamashiach, or the Ruach HaKodesh, any other name besides that, and you believe, then go into my profile and do the deep dive. And then, if you do the deep dive, and then you want to come back and let's have a dialogue, We can talk it out. Bring your way, the circle and lines. It's in there. You can do that at home on your piece of paper and all that stuff. Probably need a big board. Bring your version, I'll bring mine. We'll compare. But remember, the fence, you got to come in our yard, inside our house. Sooner or later, you're going to be there anyway. There's that. I'm not going into the whole, it's in Matthew. You come my name. Well, that's actually John 5:43. You come my name. Yet you don't know me, but you come in somebody else's name and you receive him. The greatest deception ever known to mankind is being played right out in front of our eyes. And so many of y'all are fighting for the wrong person, entity, principality, and don't even know it because you're not looking in that book and you're not asking the Ruach. And I always said, I called on Jesus and he answered me. I didn't know that the he was Yahuwah because it's all about your heart. So anything that happens from here on in and be like, well, why did you get this? Why did you get all this? What happened? How do you get? Heart. That's all it is. Heart and the faith of a mustard seed. And for me personally, that's what Yahuwah has promised us. Mark 9:23. Yahusha said, for those who believe, anything is possible for those who believe. Well, simply, I believe that I can change the world, make it a better place, make a positive impact on this world before I leave this world. That's what I believe in and put Yahuwah to the test. He's never lied. That's another thing when I go in there. If you're so certain about your God, why did he not come up with a plan to save the world in its current condition, or even before that? Remember, Yahuwah was under a curse, or put us under a curse for disobedience. Don't be disobedient this time. You may not like the end results. With that, all love. This is my last message about this. From here on in, I'll be talking more about the business and the fun part of what we can build together. Keyword is together. Around the world. The poverty part. The corruption has been addressed. It's in your hands on what you do. You like, share, all this. All of a sudden, this thing blows up to be that #1 video. Around the world. We won. I come back and it's still, we lost. Side note, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, so I'm used to losing lately. Shador, great game, bro. I hope this message gets to you because with many people that you touch, same thing with Candace, that's why I mentioned her name. And Chewbacca is just that girl. Amazing woman, amazing woman, amazing woman. That's what break it down from everything that's going on in this world, like from military and all that stuff. I don't know how she does it. Well, research. The Shador, to the Sanders family, your heart tells me that, and I can see the love that your whole entire family has. Look at my profile. Go through it. Read everything. And you do that, I'm not pretty sure, I know you'd be calling on the name of Yahuwah. There's no other way to look at it. It's all laid out, black and white, written out, spoken word. All of it is right there for you to see for yourself. Then make the decision. If you disagree, you can have a conversation. You still disagree? Remember, the fence belongs to Satan. So it's that important. Why? Because I love you, each and every one of you. I love this dog. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Come on, look at them eyes. Look at them eyes. Look at this guy. You know? Same person made you, me, made Paco. So let's for once do the right thing. Seek the truth. Every human being with a soul. If we collectively come out together and take out the trash, imagine what this world can be. A better place for you and me. Shalom.